All right, guys, so welcome back to another episode of the new project series. So as you guys may have known, I test drove a few vehicles, the Bronco and also the 2022 new Jeep Grand Cherokee. I had promised another couple videos, the Chevy Blazer, and it was looking at the RS, and I was also looking at the Ford Explorer Timberline, I think it's called. A couple other options there for me when it comes to the SUVs and the new vehicles that I was going to choose. Unfortunately, going to look at those two vehicles, it really wasn't worth recording and filming those two options. They just ended up not being an option for me at all, and it would have just been a video on how it wasn't good for me. Okay, so what I decided to do was to go ahead and make a decision based off of the vehicles that I've already driven. Okay, so a couple options there that I had, and when it turns out, what I ended up doing was I ended up sticking with the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I'm going to get a Trailhawk. Now, it's not going to be the new 2022. It's actually going to be the WK2 series, much like the Limited that I have here that I already own. And the reason why I decided not to go with the 2022 new Grand Cherokee was a few reasons. One, it turns out that it's going to end up being somewhere around the $61,000 to $62,000 range for that vehicle. A little bit too rich for my blood right now. And then also, if you guys aren't aware, right now the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee WLs actually have a stop sale on them. All the dealers received a notification on a stop sale because the remote keyless entry for those vehicles are disconnecting or losing contact with the PCM and the vehicle itself. So when someone tried to get into the vehicle, the remote keyless wouldn't work. So they would use the actual physical key that came with that to get in the vehicle. And when they did that, it would go into a kind of a limp mode or an anti-theft mode, and people would be stranded in their vehicles. And so there's actually a stop sale on those right now. So I didn't go with the brand new 2022 for that reason. Of course, as soon as you get a new first year of any vehicle, you're going to have issues. And even the Broncos, I mean, it's 11-month wait on the Broncos. So I ended up not going with the Bronco for that fact, 11-month wait, and the fact that the ones that are out there now are like 20% higher or more in cost than the actual sticker price. And then it wasn't going to have all the options I wanted. So I couldn't wait 11 months. I couldn't wait for Jeep to get their act together on the 2022. So I went ahead and made the decision on the WK2. It's a great platform. I love it. So that's what I'm going to go with. This one here is going to get sold. It was supposed to stay in the family. However, making the decision as quick as I did, it just the family member wasn't ready to make the purchase on this vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and sell it and get the money out of it and put the money towards the new one. So I'll go ahead and show you the new one here on screen right here. This is what I'm going to end up getting. It's going to be white. It's going to be the 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk. And it's going to have it's basically a base model Trailhawk, and it has the LED headlights. So that's an option that you could get separately on the 2020 Trailhawks. You could either get the luxury package, which came with the LED headlights, but then that also came with a bunch of other stuff that I didn't really want, namely the dual panel sunroof would have been okay, but mainly the seats. So the seats that come with the 2020 luxury package on the Trailhawks and the Jeep Grand Cherokees comes with all leather seats. Now, if you remember the very first video I recorded, I said how I really liked either all cloth or a dual cloth suede seat like the new Grand Cherokee Trailhawk had. Well, the 2020 Trailhawks also have that dual suede seat. I'll put a picture of it right here for you. You can see it's got the red stitching. It's got the suede seats down the center, and it's all leather wrapped on the outside. So there are heated seats, also heated seats in the rear with the base model as well. Now, my Trailhawk Grand Cherokee will have a single panel sunroof, but not a dual panel sunroof, and that's okay. The dual panel sunroof on its own selection with the luxury package, it was just way too much money. It added stuff I didn't need. This vehicle that I'm getting is actually going to be getting it through CarMax. It's my first opportunity ever dealing with CarMax. I've never dealt with them before. Hopefully it goes well. So far so good. They're shipping the vehicle in from Pennsylvania. It's costing me $249, not a big deal. I looked everywhere, guys. I was looking at the velvet red Trailhawks. I was looking at the white Trailhawks. Really the only two color options I was going to go with. Okay, I wasn't going to go with any other color. So Ended up settling on the white one because it had the options I wanted. So hard to find a velvet red Trailhawk. And I actually was out in a parking lot at Target one day, and I saw a white Laredo and a velvet red Laredo, or limited as well, out in the same parking lot. So I got a good look at the two of them together. And I tell you, with the Trailhawk decal on the hood and the red accents on the around the Trailhawk, I just think it looked way better on the white. Now, velvet red is a gorgeous color, and I think honestly for a limited X or for a limited or something like that, beautiful color, absolutely love it. On the Trailhawk, I think you just get a little bit more of that off-road, and you get a little bit more of the accents on the Trailhawk. So I went with the white, okay? So I went through CarMax, and what made me go through CarMax was I was trying to get a price on this limited that I have here. So this limited is a 2015 limited. It's got 102,000 miles on it now, and it's in great condition, no accidents, a couple owners, but I wanted to get a price on what I could sell it for, and prices were kind of all over. I think Vroom wanted to give me the least amount. I tried that. CarMax actually gave me the most on a sale to their dealership, or to their CarMax location here in Louisville, Kentucky. So I'm actually gonna be turning this one in to CarMax in Louisville, Kentucky. They're gonna give me the most for it. I had it on for sale privately on Facebook Marketplace for a little while, and I had a couple people interested, but they weren't gonna give me any more than CarMax wanted to give me. And with CarMax, I can turn it in, all the paperwork's done. I ain't gonna worry about a private seller going through their bank and getting, you know, the loan approved and all that stuff. So what I gotta do now is I gotta take apart all the stuff on the 2015 Grand Cherokee. So I've got the LED headlights here that I'm going to be putting, or the stock headlights that I'm going to be putting back in this, and taking out the upgraded headlights that I have in here, the LED bulb or HIDs. The thing with that is the new vehicle has the HID headlights. So I'm not going to be putting those back in the 2020 that I get, because it's got, like I said, the HID headlights. So what I'm gonna do is pull these bulbs and the wiring harness out and put the stock ones back in, and then I'll probably end up selling those, that HID kit. So if you're interested and you have a 2015 and newer Grand Cherokee and you have the halogen bulbs and you wanna put the HID bulbs in, I'm gonna be posting them for sale here shortly. Hit me up if you need them, and I'll give you a price and we'll sell those. Also gonna put in the stock interior lighting, take out the LED lights that I put in the vehicle, because the LED interior lights can actually be moved over to the 2020 on the inside. So I need to pull those out. The other things that I've done to this vehicle are gonna just stay with the vehicle. I'm not gonna go through the trouble of popping out all the grill pieces and putting the chrome back in. The fog light bezels I changed to black. I'm not gonna put the chrome ones back in. It's just not worth selling these when you can get them on Amazon for so much cheaper. It's not worth the hassle of taking them all out, selling them, trying to ship them, all that. So they're gonna stay on the vehicle, but the lighting is gonna come out. So that's the next thing we're gonna do. And stay tuned to the channel, because the new one's coming in shortly, and I'll go through with a whole experience of the video on selling this to CarMax and getting the other one from CarMax, and let you know how that experience went. But so far so good. I'm waiting for the new one to come in. I got closing on my house in the next week or two. So I got a lot going on right now, switching jobs right now. So I got a lot going on right now. So I'm gonna try and keep up the content for you guys as much as I can, okay? So hit that notification bell. You'll get a notification whenever I upload those new videos. The white Trailhawk 2020 is coming to the channel. Super excited about it. Of course, as you know me, already have mods on the way. I already have some mods here, okay? So some big changes to that. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys next time, okay? Time to get to work and taking this one back to stock. Always seem to get into this position.